Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with Tina Biasella and Bhathi Kasturi-Arachi from Kent State University at Stark. Stark, it's very interesting. We used to call it the Stark campus, and then there was what we used to call the main campus, which, well, we didn't in our home. We always called it the Kent campus. Now everybody calls it the Kent campus. Yeah. You're really like a university in and of yourself, but you have a partnership rather than being a satellite. I'm sure you don't feel like a satellite of anything, that you have a partnership with all these other Kents. Am I saying this right? Do I have that right?
I think that's right. You can consider Kent State University at Stark as a small liberal arts school that has a connection to Kent State. So we have the access to all the programs in Kent, yet we are unique in our own way. And that makes it very special for Stark County to have an institution like this.
It certainly does. Let's talk about the global initiatives now. This is remarkable, coming from a university your size. What's going on?
Well, 2 years ago, there was a faculty member who came and approached our office and said, I have a friend who would like to send some students from a university in China. Can we make it happen? At that time, we had no pathway to do that. And as soon as Dean Seacrest came on board, this idea was again brought up to her, and she, having connections to Kent, had the vice provost for global initiatives come here. And it was just one meeting, and the word yes was mentioned. We can do it. And we were planning to do it in fall of 16, which is the past semester.
Yes.
But the second meeting, everything went so well, they said do it in fall of 15.
Oh, my goodness.
So we said yes, we'll do it. And we had 11 students from Shenzhen Polytechnic come in fall of 15. And we had the issue of housing to deal with because we don't have dorms, as you know. And so we contracted with a local hotel, the Best Western, and they stayed in that hotel and had the transportation arranged to come to campus and go back. And come fall of 16, the number went up to 27.
Oh, my.
So we made a new contract with Staybridge Suites and met with SATA and came to an agreement that they would do a special bus route to campus and back.
And that's brilliant.
3 times during the day. And so the community has gained a lot because these students have come, and they come for 1 semester, take our English as a special language, the ESL courses, and transfer them back to their program. And it has been highly successful. We just completed that semester of study for those 27 students.
It's a wonderful experience for those 27 students, but it has got to be an amazing experience for the students that were already here getting to meet these young people.
We set up conversational partners with the students in that, and if you talk to any of our students that actually participated in it, the information that they learned and they shared together was really amazing. And I think what was so much fun from both perspectives is that there's so much that we take for granted. And so our community, our Kent State Stark community, actually welcomed these students into their homes. So they got to experience really Americana. They, our faculty and staff actually brought students home for Thanksgiving. So they got to go to Thanksgiving. They participated, our Chinese, our young Chinese students, they participated in, we've got a program that we call Boo You, which is our fall program that we have about 1,000 little children all in costume who come all over the campus, and our student organizations actually they create stations, and they're all different themed. And so our Chinese young ladies, they were all princesses, and so they had a number of they got to participate. That they carved pumpkins and made pumpkin seeds. Then they went to Amish country and rode in a buggy, and they went to Niagara Falls. So we provided this great experience for them, and then at the same time they got to to go to some of our local companies and job shadows and really learn what the local companies do as well. So some of them went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, or they went up to the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank. So we really immersed them in the culture.
Wow.
And at the same time, then our students were given this opportunity to learn about them and create friendships, the lasting friendships that they're making from our students from last year to our students this year as well. It's just a great opportunity. And these two, because they came from two different universities as well, they did not know each other. Now they have friends in China as well from a different institution. So it's just it's really what is it that we're supposed to be doing, and it was a great opportunity. And the partnerships of this community just rallying around us. The Staybridge Suites did an absolutely great job with us. You know, they actually made and brought rice cookers into the room because the Best Western did a great job.
Yes.
But the one thing the students were missing was that they really wanted to cook. And so what they did was they actually cooked for their American students too. So they got to cook locally and to show them what they do. Now some said they did better with cheeseburgers than Chinese food.
Really?
But it was a great opportunity. Just way too much fun.
One of the really exciting things that you hold is the scholarship dinner, where the people involved with scholarships get to meet the recipients of those scholarships. Somebody that you've had speak a couple of times is a young man. I'm going to try not to cry. He was a foster child.
Bert.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. And to talk about the fact that his foster parents, then adopted him, and he got this opportunity to go to China, I believe.
No, he went to Italy.
He went to Italy.
He went to Italy.
That's
yes.
right.
But he became a conversation partner this past.
Oh, my goodness. Just to hear the testimony of the student of ours that got to go over there.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit, and then what they bring back. He's just inspiring.
Yeah, so having international students come here is one component of our global initiatives. The bigger component, which we didn't realize, was that well over 100 students go and do study abroad, especially to Florence. Kent State, as you know, has two campuses, one in Florence, one in Geneva. And so the Summer Florence program alone takes a lot of our students, and there are various other countries our students go to, and when they come back with a fresh perspective of having been in a different culture, learning a different language, and we are hoping that we can keep increasing the numbers that go and study abroad, because being a local community, I think having this global experience is very important to be competitive in the global market.
Oh, in these days, absolutely. How does a student afford this? Do you have ways to help them financially as they're...
We have some ways to scholarship. I think the first group that went to Florence from our campus 2 summers ago, they got some scholarship money. And Kent, again, this is the partnership that comes with Kent. They have treated us a little bit differently. So the tuition rate being different, they would say, okay, if you're a Stark student, you would try to pay the Stark tuition rate, even if you're going and studying abroad. And so we have come up with various ways to help the students get scholarship to do these things. We are also looking at grant opportunities to see if certain programs can be funded through grant money.
Well, it's amazing, an amazing opportunity. Okay, let's talk about College Credit Plus. What's this about?
Couple of years ago, the state legislation changed. They essentially took the post-secondary option, all the options that were there, and put it under one umbrella and called it College Grade Plus. The easiest way to describe the program is you have K through 12, and then you have college. For many years, there was a gap between the two. And because of that gap, high school students coming to college were either underprepared or they didn't know exactly what college meant. And College Grade Plus has helped us to bridge that gap. And I think I can honestly say that we have bridged the gap the way we have approached College Grade Plus.
So you're telling me that freshman students are coming into the classroom now well more prepared than they used to. Because I can affirm what you say in 2 words. College writing. It was like a freshman writing. Freshman writing. We all flunked it. So, yeah, it was really hard.
Well, I think what this does is it enables high school students who are well prepared to start taking some of their college credit classes while they're in high school. So what we've done is we've really looked at the school districts, and what are we in, 16 of the Stark County districts, including some now outside of Stark County. We've created these partnerships with where we have faculty members who are actually in their schools who then will teach designated college classes in the schools. And what is so great about it is, while we'd love for the students to come to our campus and that, we really believe that there's a whole high school experience.
Yes.
And those students who are your best and your brightest, you don't want to pull them away from band and cheerleading and all the activities of being in high school, because you only get one try.
Thank you for saying that. I've always believed that. Yes, thank you.
And so what we've done is really worked very closely with our school districts to make sure that we're creating a partnership that enables them to stay whole and our students to really have that experience and at the same time getting college credit. And then the other thing that we're actually offering now with our College Credit Plus students is we're actually offering them some scholarships to come to Kent State Stark. So if you've already taken College Credit Plus classes at Kent State Stark, and I think it's, 6 hours?
6 hours and 3.0 GPA.
In those credit, you actually are eligible for a scholarship to continue your education at Kent State Stark. Seamless transition. So those classes, that are already, because what often happens is unfortunately people take classes and then you go to a different university and they say, oh, well, you know what, we'll take that class, but it doesn't transfer to your degree.
Right.
We already know. And plus, we're not letting students get in too far into their degrees. We're letting them take those classes that are those LER, those initial classes. We're getting those set. So if they come in, they've already checked those off.
And it seems so user-friendly. Because we hear so many people from colleges and universities say, with the texting, writing is at an all-time low. So, and I go back to the writing because that seemed to be the one. That was separate the men from the boys back in the day. And so to be able to get them prepared, and so they complete the high school experience, and they get to be in the plays, and they get to cheer, and they get to play football, and they are completely ready to step into that freshman writing as a freshman class and not be thrown for a loop. That's what I hear you saying.
Exactly. And the good thing with Kent is no matter where the course is offered, whether it's in high school or whether it's on our campus or in the Kent campus, we have what are called learning outcomes. These learning outcomes are universal. And so the courses offered in any location, the standards are the same. And so I can have the assurance that if they take College Writing 1 in high school and come to the College Writing 2 class, they are very well prepared.
So cool. Very exciting. And really a better use of money.
Well, absolutely. And I think one of the things that we've found, though, is for instance, one of our star pupils, I guess you would say, is our relationship with Fairless High School. One of the issues that Fairless has is that it's a district that has not been able to pass levies for a number of years. And so they needed some advanced placement classes down there. And what we were able to do was to bring the relationship down to Fairless, where we actually have, if you walk into that area, you will, the door actually is marketed as Kent State, and it says you're entering college here. We have 2 designated classrooms. And we actually, it's all branded Kent State. And so we really look at it as the relationship between Kent State and as where flashes and falcons soar. So we really bring those together. And what we found is that that model is working so well that Sandy Valley, we've just announced a new one with Sandy Valley. We were just in Tuslaw a few weeks ago. So, not just the Plain Locals and the Glen Oaks, the Plain Locals and North Canton and Jackson districts. We're really getting in with those districts that need those types of classes offered to them as well.
Yeah, I think we, at this point for fall of 17, for the next academic year, we have almost all of the 16 districts on board.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, and not dumb on your part. That to have, you are now entering college. Wow, what a great way to just seamlessly move students from high school into college and to Kent. Website, where can we find more information?
It's www.kent.edu/Stark.
Awesome. Tina Biasella, Bhathi Kasturiarajshi, thank you so much for what you're doing in our community at Kent State University at Stark.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.